Hello, artists. Your challenge for today is going to be to make a creature out of a pinch pot. When you get your clay, the first thing you need to do is pull off a chunk of the clay. You're going to use that for your details later. And then you're going to take the larger piece and roll it into a ball. Some people like to roll it between their hands. Some people roll it on the table. Once you have a ball, you're going to stick your thumb into that piece of clay and make a clay lollipop. And then you're going to start pinching and turning the clay. You see how my thumb is pressing against my other four fingers. So once I get it open, I can use two thumbs in there, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, until you've got some nice even walls for your pinch pot. You're trying to get them to be about the thickness of your pinky and to be as even as possible all the way around. Now for the creature that I'm working on today, that opening is going to end up being his mouth. So I pinched it a little bit close, it's not as round as it was, and I'm going to start adding my details. I find it to be much easier if you're going to have two details that are the same, pull off two pieces of clay the same size before you start. Sometimes it's hard to match, like if you have a fin on one side of your fish, it's hard to get the other one the same size unless you start with a piece of clay that's the same size. So right now I've rolled the clay into two little balls that I'm going to use for the eyes. And whenever I attach two pieces of clay, I need to remember to score, slip, blend, and smooth. Right now I'm using a toothbrush dipped in slip to do the scoring and the slipping at the same time because this toothbrush kind of scratches up the clay. You can add details with any tools that you want, but the blend and smooth part means this. Right, you started with two little pieces of clay and you want to blend them back to being one piece of clay. So I'm using a popsicle stick to scrape those two pieces together, and then I'm using my fingers to smooth it out. So score and slip with the toothbrush, blend with a popsicle stick, smooth with your fingers. So now I'm adding fins to my little underwater creature. And again, I've pulled off two pieces of clay about the same size. I rolled them into a ball, flattened them into a pancake, and I'm trying to pinch the sides to make them more of a triangle shape. And once again, it's time to score and slip with that toothbrush, press it on, and then I've got to blend and smooth. I'm using a popsicle stick to blend the two pieces together, and then I'm smoothing it with my fingers. There's one more thing I want you to think about. My tail, I realized, is going to be kind of big and heavy. And if I just try to attach it like I did those little fins, it's probably not going to hold up very well. So notice how I'm overlapping a pretty big chunk of that clay. I did scoring and slipping with my paintbrush. Right now I'm blending and smoothing with the popsicle stick, but I'm letting a chunk of it overlap just to give it some extra strength. This little guy ended up having some teeth and a tongue hanging out because I just couldn't resist. But notice that nothing is too skinny, sticking out really far, and my whole project is pretty compact. It's pretty contained. Anytime you have little pieces that are skinny and stick out, I always worry that they're going to break. So you're going to try to keep things thicker than your pinky, thinner than your thumb, not sticking out too far, and add as many fun details as you like. I cannot wait to see what you come up with.